Good morning, Bulldogs. I have some different types of animals on the Gammon Farm joining us today. I got some of our senior boys that stayed the night after a long, late musical rehearsal. Musical starts tonight, so I hope you guys get a chance to check that out. Let's get this thing rolling. We'll hear from these guys in a minute, but let's get it rolling here. Why don't you please stand for the morning ceremony? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. There we go. Those guys joined me on that one. All right, a couple things. First of all, I don't know if you realize this yet, but we only have 20 more days of school. So 20 more in-person days. Here's the instructional calendar for the exams coming up in June. Many of you younger students, especially 8th graders, you have some exams coming up. If you're in these classes currently, you're going to be taking the Regents exam in June. So you'll see there that the 14th and 15th of June are the last days for 7 through 12. Then we have POE and DDP exams are going to be on the 16th. So if you're taking those, you'll come in the morning, regular bus run. There will be transportation for you guys right after the exam when it ends at 10:40. Juniors taking the Ela Exam on the 11th or 17th. And then the following week, those of you in the 8th grade taking the Spanish 2A or in Spanish 3, you're going to have those exams in the morning. And once again, there'll be actually that's in the afternoon, morning for 2A, and then Spanish 3 is in the afternoon. There'll be transportation in the morning for the Spanish 2A exam. Living environments on Tuesday, Algebra 1 on Wednesday, and Earth Science on Thursday. Once again, if you're taking any of those classes, you'll be expected to be there for those Regents exams. If you're a remote student, you're more than welcome to come in and take those Regents exams. More to come on that, though. Once again, make sure you're not, you have to go to the bathroom between blocks, it's great, but you should not, you can do that quick and get to class, but you should be going to class first and asking for permission. Those of you hanging out in the bathrooms, we've had a number of students unfortunately suspended over the last few weeks for inappropriate behavior in the bathrooms between classes. So please make sure you go to class, ask permission first, and then go. And we shouldn't be hanging out in there between blocks. Once again, spring sports I'm glad they're rolling, but make sure that we don't have lacrosse balls or any sort of gear, tennis balls in the hallways during class or in the hallways between classes any time during the instructional day. Keep them in your sports bags. And make sure that that's not a problem. I've had a number of students have had things taken from teachers or myself. Just make sure that you're keeping all your equipment where it's in your bag or where you store it during the day, during the instructional day, and bring it back out in the afternoon when you have practice. Spring trips, we have some things in the works, not only just for seniors, but we're looking for other grade levels too. Looking at some different opportunities. Just make sure you realize you need to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing in class. And making sure that you're being your best self and to treat each other well. If you're not eligible, not passing, or treating each other poorly in the building, you might lose your eligibility for some of these spring trips that are popping up. So please make sure you're doing your best work and being your best self. Along those lines, someone turn the stove off over there for me. Take those off the stove. Talking to the guys here, I'm actually burning pancakes. We're having a pancake breakfast here right now. I want to thank those of you that our Triple C winners. Triple C is an award we give out every year. This year we offered it for 6th through 12th grade. And this award celebrates students who display courage, character, and commitment in their daily lives at home and in school. So I want to honor those that were given that award. In grade 6, we had Christina Boer. We had Matthew Perry. Grade 7, we had Olivia Feehan and Joe Shanks. 8th grade, we have Mackenzie Larson and Caden Tucciarello. Grade 9, we have Ariana Dent and Garrett Phillips. And in 10th grade, we have Mackenzie Brew and Luke Faso. In grade 11, we have Elliot Gavin and Nicholas Teachout, sorry, Nick. And then in grade 12, we have Abigail Bernard and my own Michael Bean, who's sitting behind me. So good job, you guys. Great job, you guys, once again, for showing courage, character, and commitment to doing their best work in school. All right, before we go to the next quote, I'm going to stop sharing the screen. Actually, I'll do the quote here and I'll go to these guys. My quote today is, champions do not become champions when they win the event, but in the hours, weeks, months, and years they spend preparing for it. The race performance itself is merely the demonstration of their championship character. So I want to talk to these guys behind me right now. Once again, these are some excellent seniors we have here. I have Clay Van Zant. I have Michael Bean. I have Stephen Charleboy, Gabe, Brendan Mayo. Everybody, right? These are guys that not only are exceptional athletes, students, leads in a musical. Guys have won multiple sectional championships. They've been all state in music as vocalists, just champions in our building, not only in the work they've done and as athletes or students, but just as people of character. So once again, they're joining me this morning. I want them just to share one bit of advice for you underclassmen, because as I deal with some of the younger people, younger students, younger athletes that sometimes aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing or treating each other well, these guys are perfect examples of what it takes to not only be a talented person, talented individual, but someone of character and integrity. So I'm going to ask them to give a little bit of advice to you underclassmen, and let's move around here one at a time. So I guess, Clay, you're up first.
Very inspirational. Just do your best, do your homework and stay in school.
Yeah.
Enjoy your time in high school. It's going to go by in a blink of an eye, and you're going to regret if you don't take the full advantage of it.
Good morning, Bulldogs. I'd just like to say, make sure you keep doing your homework, and yeah, that's it for today, folks.
Great inspirational, maybe. I guess we're on Stephen.
I'd like to offer a quote from the popular film Boss Baby. Whether you think you can or you think you can, you can't, you're right. And I think that just applies to a lot of things in high school.
Stephen. And then Brendan May, I'll close it out.
Morning, Bulldogs. Make sure you finish out the year strong so you can have a good summer. You don't want to be working over the summer on things that you should have done during the school year.
Once again, some of the amazing members of our senior class. It really is an amazing senior class. We're going to miss these guys. So hopefully you follow their example, because once again, they're champions on the field. They've been champions in the classroom, and then the champions in life for a reason, because they conduct themselves the right way every single day. And if you want to be champions like them, you need to carry that championship attitude in everything you do. So have a good day, Bulldogs.